Hey guys, what is going on? It has been a while since I've posted any content. Lots and lots of changes, lots of new gear since then. So let's get right into it. This is going to be my 2023 pedal board rundown. This is the board I've stuck with for about a year and a half now, which is still kind of blows my mind considering how much gear I go through in and out. But I've stuck with this. It's down to bare bones. It's a small board, packed tight, short signal chain and everything, and it's been working great for me. So we're going to go right through the signal chain in order. I'll keep it quick first, go through everything, and then I'll get into pedal settings later on. So here we go. So we'll get more in depth now. I want to kind of give you guys an explanation of why I use everything, why it's working great. This whole board, I have it set up to where I really don't have to change anything. My compression, my drives, my delays, reverbs, never change. Even when switching guitars, I just have it dialed into where it works for everything. Now, the one pedal that I will tweak, especially depending on the guitar, that's going to be the Iridium. Primarily, I am using Chime C-Cab, and those are factory settings. There's no IRs loaded, so this is as the pedal comes. I think it sounds fantastic. It works for everything I do, whether that's out at a gig or in a worship setting. But I do want to go through a couple amp models, and I'll show you the settings that I'm using. And today we are using a 2015 PRS Swamp Ash Special, 25th anniversary. Let's see what that sounds like. as simple as that. It's the chime C cab or the round C cab. The EQ that you saw, those are the exact settings that I use in live performances. So that is the bare bones of it. I will mess around with other settings, other IRs and stuff for writing or recording covers and whatnot. But for live, just the two. And quick note about the Iridium as well. When I'm playing live at Christ Fellowship or even gigs and things like that, I typically use some stereo. So it's the switch flip to some and then out with a TRX. For this video, we're just going mono. It's going into a pretty basic interface directly into recording. Signal path in order, we go into the TU3 first. This thing's been a workhorse. I've had it for about 5 years. It's never failed, never had any problems. It's amazing. Next is the SP compressor. Settings never change, as is the case with most of my pedals. So volume is always about 1 or 2 o'clock. Blend is always just below 12 o'clock using mid compression. It does work out to be a pretty heavy compressor. I like that personally. I like a little bit more of a squashed sound and lots of sustain, clear ringing notes. So this is what that sounds like. So you can really hear how it grabs and squashes that signal, makes a really punchy attack, which I like a lot. That's great for like funk and R&B kind of stuff. But it sounds great for everything. Again, settings don't really change. So love this thing, one of the best compressors on the market. My drive section is a very simple first, second, and third stage. My settings are what you see here. So if you're liking the tone, take notes by all means. You'll see that my gain is set fairly low for each stage. I try to dial it in really to be a volume boost of the previous stage. My goal here is to drive the amp harder rather than dial up a bunch of gain on here and get fuzzy and stuff like that. So keep that gain pretty low. You'll see on the higher gain side of the Jonassus, it's same clipping setting. I want to keep everything to my original tone, but then you see volume hits a bit harder, just a touch more gain there. Not too big of a difference, but I'll hit that for solo sections and stuff like that. Modulation, got the Walrus Audio Julia. I don't use a whole lot of modulation for worship stuff. I typically don't like to worry about it, but it does have its place for certain parts. This is where it stays unless I am switching from a chorus to a vibrato. That's the only thing that'll change there. For delays, got the trusty timeline. I'll walk you guys through my main settings. Won't get too far into it, just the stuff that I frequent on here. I'll give you guys a quick look at just the EQ for each bank. I'll go to the saved settings, let you guys see that, and then sound demo it. So the first one is going to be a dotted eighth tape delay, very basic, not a whole lot of modulation there. And here's what that sounds like. All right, and the quarter note is next on this first bank. For worship stuff, I pretty much live just on this one. I'm just swapping between two delays. If I need something specific, I might go outside of that. I definitely flip around a lot more for gigs and things like that. But for worship stuff, just really basic tape delays. Here's that quarter note. All right, and going up to bank 2, first one I have is a pretty heavy D-bucket analog delay. Here's what the settings are. I'll use this for swells. I don't hit it too much, but it's there if I need it. Here's what that sounds like. Second one on bank 2, this is a heavier digital delay. Here's how I have it dialed in right there. Let's take a listen. On the bigsky, I also tend to live just on one channel. I'll flip around here and there, but not for the most part. These three really cover everything for me personally. So I have a light, medium, and long tails here. First is going to be the light hall reverb. Decay is set to 2.3 seconds. These are the settings. Let's check it out. Next is a medium hall reverb. Here are the settings. Decay is set to 3.6 seconds. Last, we have the cloud reverb. Decay is set to 4.6 seconds. There's where the knobs are saved. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you found this video useful or interesting in any way. I really appreciate that support. We're going to have a lot more content coming out here, all guitar and pedal related stuff. I know you guys love it. Looking forward to seeing you there. God bless.